From Ray Tanner Field at Founders Park, it's SEC Baseball. And today we close out a 3-game set. Number 4, Arkansas goes for the sweep. South Carolina looks to salvage the series. It's Game 3 from Columbia. I'm Dave Weinstein alongside the Major Leaguer Grayson Greiner. Friday night wasn't a contest, but yesterday was a classic. South Carolina inches away from victory. Instead, it was heartbreak and a win in extras for Arkansas.
Yeah, it was a classic old-school SEC-type baseball game. Phenomenal pitching performances on both sides. Ant Phillips, Hunter Dietz, Alex Valentine, and Cole Gibler all threw the ball extremely well. In the end, Arkansas was able to come away with an extra innings 3-2 win to secure the series.
Well, in the effort, Tyler Bach came up big for South Carolina. He brought in a run, Grayson, and he took one away from Arkansas.
Yeah, he really showed his defensive chops, rising up to rob Mike Anu of what would have been his 3rd home run. Gets up, shows some emotion as a guy that can be an emotional leader going forward for this Carolina team. He also was 3 for 6 on the weekend, had a big go-ahead RBI off the base of the right field padding late in the game to put the Gamecocks on top.
And meanwhile, Damian Ruiz has had a great series for the Razorbacks. Grayson, he's homered in both games.
Yeah, he's impressed all weekend. Had a hard home run into the left field seats on Friday and then went off the batter's eye yesterday to put the Razorbacks on the board. 4 for 8, couple of home runs, and matching 4 RBIs and 4 runs. Really been a tone setter at the top of this lineup.
And looking to keep Ruiz in check, getting the Sunday start, it's a junior right-hander, Brandon Stone.
Stone's been rock solid for the Gamecocks. This will be his 8th appearance, 3rd game started. Can do a little bit of everything for this staff. He's got a 2.14 ERA. Really mixes 4 to 5 pitches on a 88 to 93 mile per hour sinker, slider combo, but he'll and change up.
And here is the lineup he will face for the Razorbacks. Leading off will be the left fielder, Damian Ruiz. Batting second, the shortstop, Camden Kojal. Batting third, the catcher, Ryder Helfrich. Cleaning up the right fielder, Zach Stewart. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Mike Anu. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Reese Robinette. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Kuhio Aloy. Batting eighth, the third baseman, TJ Pompey. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Nolan Souza. Interim head coach Monty Lee named interim head coach yesterday morning as South Carolina and Pulmonary mutually agreed to part ways. South Carolina native has coached in this state his entire career. You look at that resume, the head coach at the College of Charleston, at Clemson, now at the helm, Grayson, at South Carolina.
Yeah, he's stood on that top step at a couple different spots. So close to having an emotional first victory yesterday and unable to close it out, but looking to right the ship here today.
It's a first pitch strike from Brandon Stone to Damian Ruiz. Ruiz, a redshirt junior from Livingston, Texas. Transfer from Lamar. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. He's the team leader in batting average, .375, 3 homers and 12 driven in. All 3 homers this week. One on Tuesday in the midweek win over Northern Colorado. And it's a 3-pitch strikeout for Stone.
Yeah, we've seen the strikeout numbers tick up a little bit for Stone this year. That sinker-slider combo is really good, especially when he's getting ahead. Tunnels it well and gets Ruiz to chase for the first out.
This is the 3rd start of the season for Stone, his 8th appearance. There are a couple appearances on Friday and Sunday a week ago at Florida. Gets ahead of Kojal. Camden Kojal is a junior from Omaha, Nebraska. A preseason All-American, preseason first-team All-SEC selection in his 2nd season with the Razorbacks. Team leader in most offensive categories heading into this weekend. He's had a good series. He's 4 for 8. He homered on Friday night. Also walked and hit by a pitch. .600 on base percentage through 2 games. Grounds foul. Multi-hit game, I'm sorry, Grayson, on Friday for his 10th of the year.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, a lot of the times on Sundays in the SEC, you get some higher scoring games, but with the 2 guys on the mound today, and Stone and Fisher, both guys that had excellent numbers coming into this one, maybe in store for a little more of a low scoring game.
That's what we had yesterday. We had an absolute pitcher's duel between Ant Phillips and Hunter Dietz. And Valentine and Gibbler were both excellent out of the pen. Just two pitchers used from either side. The 2-2. Grounded foul. 2 multi-hit games this week. I should say 3 now after the one on Friday for Camden Kojal. It was 4 for 6 in the midweeks against Northern Colorado. 2-time Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year. Coming to star at Arkansas. Right, there's Juhas, 2 down. Interesting defensive alignment today, Grayson, for the Gamecocks. I'll give it to you. It's Randolph, Bach, and Juhas left to right in the outfield. Parker is at third. Scobie's at short. Sutter is at second. Hollins is at first. And LeCroy is behind the plate. So a couple of changes. Parker getting an opportunity today at third. Randolph, first time seeing him in the outfield.
Yeah, Arkansas is throwing another lefty. And talked a little yesterday about the little bit of scuffles that Lazama's had. Randolph getting an opportunity out there in the left. Get another righty bat in the lineup.
Randolph listed as a catcher on the roster, coming over from Presbyterian. He's mostly a designated hitter, but caught some as well. Not sure if he had any outfield time at PC.
Normally when something like that happens, first play of the game is a fly ball to you, and haven't seen it yet.
Stone ahead of Helfrich, 0-2. Missing outside. Shawnee Mission, Kansas, Brandon Stone. A bit of a swingman in his 2 seasons with South Carolina. Grounded to the right side, Hollins will take it himself and beats Helfrich to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 first for Brandon Stone. We will head to the bottom of the first, scoreless from Founders Park. On the mounds for the Razorbacks, strike-throwing machine from Normal, Oklahoma, junior left-hander Colin Fisher.
Yeah, he absolutely is a strike-throwing machine. 5 walks in 27 and 2/3 innings to go, along with 36 strikeouts. Fastball, cutter, slider, changeup. Been throwing the ball really well.
Look at that strikeout to walk ratio, 36-5.
Yeah.
It's unreal for Fisher. Here's the lineup he will face for the Gamecocks. Leading off will be the center fielder, Tyler Bach. Batting second, the designated hitter, Will Craddock. Batting third, the shortstop, KJ Scobie. Batting fourth, the catcher, Talmadge LeCroy. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Bo Hollins. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Logan Sutter. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Jake Randolph. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Luke Juhas. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Eric Parker. If you're wondering about the change at the top, the only word we got, Grayson, is that Patrick Evans dealing with a little bit of a hand issue. Not sure how long that will last, but Bach back to the leadoff spot today.
Yeah, it was originally in the lineup. In the leadoff spot was Evans, and Bach was going to be in the 9-hole, kind of that second leadoff man at the bottom, but with the replacement moves up into the 1-hole. Really the only lefty in the lineup today. Bo Hollins, a switch hitter, will be hitting from the right side against the lefty. After Bach, it'll be in a row.
Dave Van Horn, the head coach for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Legendary head coach in his 24th season, has built a powerhouse program in Fayetteville. 20 or more wins in the SEC in 5 of the last 6 seasons. And the only SEC team to win 40 or more games each of the last 8 full seasons when you exclude the COVID year. Southern Miss, the only team nationally to accomplish that same feat.
Yeah, he's as good as it gets over in that dugout. Done a really good job of adjusting to new school college baseball. Brings in some impact transfers, but still developing some high school talent as they move through the system.
A 2-0 the count on Tyler Bach, who is 3 for 6 in this series with a walk and an RBI. He's also stolen a base, average up to 273. He's a junior from Sugar Hill, Georgia, and a transfer from Wofford. Going from the SoCon to the SEC. He's had a good week, Grayson. In the midweek, he was 2 for 3 with a walk and 3 runs scored against Charlotte, and 3 for 6 in this series.
He has, and what I loved was got the tough bullpen arm. Cole Gibbler, lefty. First pitch, attacked it and hit it to the right field wall as he grounds out to short right here.
And the throw just beats Bach. 1 down. And he's shown one thing this season through the ups and the downs. He's thriving in those clutch situations late.
Yeah, without a doubt. Had the early ones against Northern Kentucky, another big one yesterday.
Here's Will Craddock, freshman from Anderson, South Carolina. Looking for his first hit of the series. Bit of a tough series for Craddock. He's 0 for 7 with a walk. Average still looking good at 353. Oh, and he rocks that into left. It's off the wall. Retrieved by Ruiz. A 1-out double for Will Craddock.
Yeah, Craddock puts a charge into this one, probably a foot away from a 2-out home run, or 1-out home run, excuse me. Maybe a changeup right there that sits out over the plate. That's where he wants it, so he can get those big arms extended. It's at 107 miles an hour off the bat, and just below the yellow line in left field.
Got to the wall in a hurry. So he's in scoring position with 1 down for KJ Scobie. Ball 1. Scobie 3 for 8 in the series. Had a 2-run homer on Friday night. Now hitting .310, 4 homers and 17 runs batted in.
Hey, focus on us. Focus on us.
Team leader in runs batted in. Looking for one here with Craddock leading off second. There's a strike. Sophomore from Lakeland, Florida. Came into this weekend 3rd in the SEC in doubles, has 10 of those. Two won the count. Scobie at yesterday. Coach Lee said in post-game, my message to Guy, he has to turn the page, stay confident, stay aggressive. And Monty Lee said, I expect him to go out there and stay aggressive and be who he is.
Without a doubt, you got to flush that one. Every day is a new day, and new opportunity.
And he's ahead in the count now, 3-1. For a guy who walks few hitters, Grayson, you expect Scobie to get something to hit here.
I think so, and Scobie's not a guy that walks a whole lot either. He's going to be ready to swing, and good take right there.
Ball 4.
Anytime you're in a 2-0, 3-1 type count, you want to pick one pitch in one spot. If you don't get it, move to the next one.
It's just the 6th walk of the year issued by Fisher to go along with 36 strikeouts. So it's 1st and 2nd, 1 down for Talmadge LeCroy. One 1-0 the count on LeCroy. Fifth-year senior from Belton, South Carolina. Those are his numbers: 272, 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. Helfrich to the mound to have a chat with Fisher.
I think Helfrich's probably telling him right now, your misses are not big misses at all. They were probably missing by 3 or 4 inches throughout different quadrants of the zone. Just letting him catch his breath here and get back to doing what he does well.
He's been outstanding as the lowest ERA among the starters, though his last 2 starts he's been touched a bit. It's fouled off by LeCroy. Now, last weekend, Fisher was getting the start against Mississippi State. 4 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 85 pitches, and no decision. His only loss in the year was the weekend prior against Stetson. First 3 starts, he was nearly untouchable. Gets ahead of LeCroy, 1-2. LeCroy 0 for 5 in the series, has walked twice. He gets hit, so the bases are loaded with Gamecocks. 1 down here in the first.
Good job right there from LeCroy in a disadvantaged count, holding his ground and taking one off the foot. Fisher only 1 hit batter as well coming in, so just not a lot of free passes. 2 here in the bottom of the first.
We described the Grayson as a strike-throwing machine. There he is with a walk and a hit by pitch.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic.
He opened the season with 5 shutout innings of 1 hit ball against Texas Tech. Then the second start, career best 8 innings, just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 11 strikeouts against Xavier. Only needed 86 pitches to do it. It was a run rule win, a complete game shutout, the first 8-inning one-hitter in program history. And he earned SEC Pitcher of the Week honors for that effort. Here's a bat that's starting to heat up for South Carolina, Beau Hollins. A leaping Fisher will fire to first. Craddock scores, give Hollins an RBI. It's 1-0 Carolina.
Good play right there by Fisher, but Hollins able to get the job done. Box on the board with an RBI ground out.
And the runners advance to second and third on the play. So it's a 2-out RBI opportunity now for Logan Sutter. Grounds to third. Pompey, the long throw across the diamond to retire Sutter. Gamecocks load the bases. They get 1, and we'll head to the second. It's 1-0 South Carolina. Great career numbers for Zach Stewart, looking for his 200th hit. 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the top of the second for the Razorbacks. Lebanon, Missouri native at Lebanon High School. Grew up in the Ozarks. Very highly rated, was the #1 player in Missouri, and top 100 overall player in the nation by Perfect Game. Class of 2022, graded a 10. Transfer from Missouri State. It was a really great get from Missouri State. They got him because his father, Mike, played on the Missouri State baseball team in 1998. Because of that, hearing the stories, there was really only one choice for him. He turned down Missouri in the SEC and set a high price to MLB teams that were considering him for the 2022 draft out of high school. And he didn't disappoint at Missouri State, freshman All-American, double-digit homers every year. Has power to all fields. He'll struggle a little bit in this series, 0 for 8. Does have a couple of walks, an RBI, and a run scored.
You can see why he's hit so many home runs in his collegiate career. He's got that lofty left-handed swing, just hasn't been able to connect too much here this weekend. But a prolific power hitter.
Stone pointing to his hat. Maybe a calm issue here early on, Grayson.
Yeah, we had one late yesterday with Valentine. Looks like it's back working.
Missing inside. Count even to 2-2 on Zach Stewart. Stone's last start was Sunday against Air Force in February. That's pulled foul. Since then, he's been out of the pen. Three innings in that start against Air Force, just 1 run. So no decision. Carolina won the game. Stewart stays alive. Stone has given Carolina length and relief, 3 2/3 against Princeton. Didn't surrender a run. Actually earned the win in relief, 50 pitches. Lifted out to left center. This one headed towards the gap, Bach on the run, and he won't get there. It's up against the wall. A leadoff double in the top of the second for Zach Stewart. His first hit of the series, 200th hit of his career.
Yeah, there's some of that power to all fields you were just mentioning, Dave. Gets a changeup, hits it off the fence out there in front of the Arkansas bullpen. 200 hits, that's a lot of hits.
Congratulations to Zach Stewart on that accomplishment. He's in scoring position for the Razorbacks. Here's Micah New. New in the series, 4 for 9. A couple of homers. They were both on Friday night. Overall numbers now hitting .308, 5 homers and 26 runs batted in. This is their 25th game of the season. 1-1 the count.
That's something this Arkansas lineup will do. They'll put down some bunts, a couple really good bunts yesterday. Saw Kojal, who leads their team in a lot of offensive categories, put down 2 bunts.
New doesn't have one yet this season. Now swinging away, he pops it up, foul territory. This is head to the seats. New had that monster game on Friday night when he drove in 6, 2 homers and a 2-run double. Scored 4 runs in the victory and made one of the best catches you'll ever see in center field.
Just to show you how good that catch was, we talked to him in the post game and asked him what was his favorite, the 2 home runs or the diving catch. Not many days you hit 2 home runs and drive in 6 where your favorite part is a defensive play. It was an unbelievable play out there in the left center gap.
And airborne for a full extension catch to Rob Ethan Wazama.
He didn't even think about it. He answered right away. No hesitation.
Popped up. The third baseman, Parker, stays with it. One down. So unable to advance the runner. Now it's Reese Robinette. 1 for 7 in the series. The hit, a double. He's also walked twice. One. .60 hitter, 1 homer, and 11 driven in on the season for Robinette. In his 4th season with Arkansas. He's behind 0-2. Stewart, after the leadoff double, leads off second. Got him. Stone strikes out Robinette. Second strikeout for Brandon Stone.
Yeah, we've seen all 4 of Stone's pitches here today. This is I think a cutter that he seemed kind of rock his head to the side. Wasn't where he was trying to go with it. A lot of times that happens and you end up getting away with it. And certainly does there for the strikeout.
It leaves it up to Kuhio Aloy. Aloy out of Hawaii, one of 2 Hawaiians in the starting lineup for the Razorbacks. In 289, 4 homers and 23 runs batted in. Preseason All-American, preseason All-SEC, second team. Stone gets ahead 0-2.
Imagine Stone will go right back to that cutter slider off the plate here ahead. Try and start it on the outside corner and sweep off the plate. Decoy setting up way out there.
He did not go, says Fredo Burkeen over at first. Burkeen at first, John Brammer is our second base umpire, Jeff Heads at third, and Jason Bradley is behind the plate today. 1-2 the count on Aloy. Stewart leads off second. Grounded to third. Parker throws out Aloy. No, they're going to say safe. They're going to say he bobbled the ball.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think Gamecocks and
South Carolina
Monty Lee are going to challenge this
challenging
one.
ruling of safe at first base. The previous play is under review.
Ooh, I didn't see that. Kind of looked down at my book.
Oh, I'm sure Holland's going to argue that it had it long enough.
I think this one may stay. Call on the field.
At review, the runner is safe. South Carolina has 1 challenge remaining.
Big break right there for the Razorbacks. Extend this inning. Now you got a runners on first and third with 2 outs.
So an error for the Gamecocks. And a 2-out RBI opportunity now for TJ Pompey. The runners at the corners. Ball 1. Pompey is of Coppell, Texas. Texas Tech transfer. In the series, 3 for 8. Scored 3 runs. He homered on Friday night, part of a multi-hit game. Doubled yesterday. High fly ball, center field. Bach camps under it, shades the eyes, and makes the play. And Arkansas will leave 2. We will go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Carolina. For the Gamecocks in the bottom of the second, 7, 8, and 9, Randolph, Uhas, and Parker, all of them transfers. Grayson, South Carolina has a top 10 transfer class this season.
Yeah, Randolph coming over from Presbyterian, Sutter from, Uhas from Louisiana, and Parker from Georgia. Brought in a lot of new faces, only 3 incoming high school recruits.
Ball 1 to Jake Randolph, senior from Florida. Transfer from Presbyterian, 200 average, a home run. Two runs batted in on the season. Those came on Friday night. He entered the game midway and hit a 2-run homer in the 7th inning. Got a start last Sunday as well at Florida. Was 1 for 4 with a run scored in that game. This is 3rd start of the season. The other one was against Clemson. 3 seasons with Presbyterian. Last year hit .329 with a couple of homers and 32 runs batted in. The count is full. Over 300 as well as a sophomore in 2024 with 2nd team All Big South. He works a leadoff walk. 2nd walk issued this afternoon by Fisher.
You see Fisher shaking his head right there. Just not something we're used to seeing from him, with a couple of walks and a hit by pitch here early in this game.
Brings up Luke Uhas. Grounds to 3rd. Pompey has some trouble with it, recovers, but there's no play. It'll be 1st and 2nd, nobody out for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, I think 3rd base is one of the hardest positions on the baseball field for this read. That ball's got so much topspin. It's an in-between hop. Tough play over there for Pompey. Gamecocks back-to-back innings now. They've got runners on the bags. 3rd baseman coming in here expecting a bunt.
0-1 the count on Eric Parker. It's ruled a single for Juhas. Second hit of the game for South Carolina. Parker, a sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. Grayson mentioned it earlier in the inning, a transfer from the University of Georgia. Bunts foul. We saw Parker off the bench on Friday night. He singled and scored a run.
See if Coach Monty Lee leaves the bunt on here. Lets Parker swing.
Bunts foul. There's one down. So the sacrifice attempt does not work out. Remains first and second, one down. Lineup turns over as Tyler Bach gets ready to step in. Bach grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
We talked in the opener. Bach's come through in some clutch situations, hitting 269 on the year, but hitting 375 with runners in scoring position, where he finds himself right here.
He was a 3-hole hitter for Wofford last year, produced plenty for the Terriers. There's a strike. His first career homer last February against Davidson, has a couple of them this season for South Carolina. Two and two. That will drop into left field. A base hit for Bach. Randolph's coming home. The throw is cut off. Bach will be tagged out, but he drives in Randolph. The Gamecocks take a 2-0 lead.
Great swing right there by Bach with 2 strikes. Able to drive in Randolph, but wasn't. While I was watching the throw and the runner, didn't see if Bach maybe hesitated here. See, great swing to stay inside that breaking ball. Yeah, hesitates right there.
RBI single for Bach, out trying to advance to second. Juhas is at third with 2 down. Craddock at the plate. 0-2 the count on the freshman, Will Craddock. He doubled his first time up and scored a run. Average up to 362, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in on the season for Craddock. Called strike 3. Fisher gets Craddock looking. And that'll do it for South Carolina in the second. They pick up another run on the RBI single from Bach. And we will head to the third. It's 2-0 Gamecocks. Since the start of 2017, Arkansas is the winningest college baseball program in the country. For the last 8 seasons, what they've done, 4 College World Series appearances, at least 18 wins in the SEC, the best conference in America every season. Under Dave Van Horn. Souza attacks the first pitch. This is hooking foul. Dave Van Horn played a couple seasons at the JUCO level in Texas, was an All-American at McLennan Community College, drafted in the 10th round. MLB draft by the White Sox, Grayson, in '81. He opted to transfer to Arkansas instead and was an all-conference player for Arkansas back in the Southwest Conference. He was once again selected in the 10th round by the Braves in '82 and spent 3 years in their organization before returning to Arkansas as a grad assistant. He's been there a long time. Stone strikes out Souza, and the throw down from LeCroy to complete the play, 1 down.
Stone threw a lot of pitches inside right there to Souza, got him to foul, 1 down the right field line, and good back foot breaking ball right there. To your point, Dave, a lot of Arkansas alum on this Razorback staff too. Bobby Wernes, Hudson Polk, Clay Goodwin, Zach Barr, DJ Baxendale. They've got a lot of former players and alum on this staff.
A little more special for the coaches when you've played there.
Oh, without a doubt.
One and 1 the count on Damian Ruiz, who struck out his first time up. Charging from third, Parker. The off-balance throw is on target.
That's a nice play right there from Parker to get the speedy Ruiz.
Brandon Stone looking for his second 1-2-3 inning. He had one in the first, looking for one here in the third. He has to get through Camden Kojal to do it. Kojal flew out to right field his first time up. He's 0 for 1, hitting .356. Takes ball 1. Kojal was solid as a freshman at Vanderbilt, but really broke out last year as a sophomore for Arkansas, and you see what he's done this season. We asked Coach Van Horn in our call before the series, Grayson, about Kojal's year last year, and Van Horn said he just needed to be freed up mentally, and that we really believed in him. He said I had the pleasure of helping him and working with him. Just a hard worker and dedicated player. Got better at Vanderbilt and came to us, and we reaped the benefits of that a little bit.
He's given his coaches every reason to believe and trust in him this year with some of those offensive numbers.
He said we didn't have to teach him how to bunt, just needed to work on being a little bit of a better defender, loosen him up a little bit. He's very strong. They said maybe he was almost too bulked up from high school, now a little more flexible. And the strength is still there, but his jumping is improved. Good leader, good hitter, uses the whole field, power to all fields. Just a good option at the plate for Arkansas, and he works 2-out walk here in the third. Here's Ryder Helfrich. Oh, nice play made by Parker, smooth. He gets the force on Kojal and closes out the top of the third. To the bottom of the third we go, 2-0 Carolina. Talked about the top 10 transfer class already this season, Grayson. Here's some of your returning players. 3 of them due up here in the bottom of the third: Scobie, LeCroy, and Hollins.
Yeah, no question. Obviously, Jake McCoy was a big loss, was picked to be the Friday night guy, but we've seen a lot of Zach Russell. We've seen Brandon Stone on the mound today. And as you said, LeCroy, Hollins, and Scobie coming up here 3, 4, 5 in the Gamecock order.
Returning players with so much movement now in collegiate athletics, counted on especially more than ever for leadership too.
Yeah, you've got to have a good solid core. You're going to have transfers coming in, year out, but you still got to have that core to lead by example.
Scobie walked in the first. Behind the count 0-2.
Big hack. Had a fastball down.
Fisher began the season with 22 consecutive innings pitched without allowing an earned run. It's the second longest streak to start a season in the Dave Van Horn era at Arkansas. And they've had a lot of good ones on the mound. Grounded foul. Last season, 16 appearances, 5 starts, went 3-0 with a 4.62 ERA. Had very impressive numbers as a freshman in 2024. 10 appearances, 7 starts. He was 6-1 with a 2.67 ERA. Was a freshman All-American, Fisher. He was their number 4 starter before suffering a season-ending injury. Didn't pitch against South Carolina in either season, so this is his first appearance against the Gamecocks. Grounded to short. Kojal throws at Scobie, 1 down. When we talk about the leadership from the returning players, Grayson is the guy that they count on the most in that category, coming to the plate, and Talmadge LeCroy.
Yeah, been here longer than any of the other returners. Starting every game behind the plate. Almost every game.
Injury-plagued season last year, 17 games. Hurt his thumb in game 1. Later his hip. And to miss the rest of the season, redshirted. So he has this 5th and final year. Year prior, he was the only Gamecock to play all 62 games, mostly at third base. Hammers that to left field. LeCroy, goodbye.
Hammered is right, Dave. 2-0 count. Exactly what I was talking about earlier. You want one pitch in one spot. Go ahead and cheat to that fastball right there. If you don't get it, take it. And he does not miss it. 402 feet out into the left field bleachers, put the Gamecocks up 3-0.
5th home run of the season for the catcher, Talmadge LeCroy, tied for the team lead. We'll take another look. Got all of it.
He did. Fastball middle in. I love that. Go ahead and cheat to it.
Prompts a visit from Coach Van Horn.
I think that's going to be it. Fisher's teammates are lining up on the warning track.
They get to win all 3 innings, a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the third. A pitching change for Arkansas. We'll tell you about the new Razorbacks pitcher when we come back. Here at the bottom of the third, 3 runs already in for South Carolina. One in the first, the second, and the third. Chases Colin Fisher, and they bring in Steele Eves.
Yeah, after 12 and a third straight innings of seeing left-handed pitchers for the Razorbacks between Hunter Dietz, Cole Gibbler, and Colin Fisher, they get a righty now with Eves. 3-0, hasn't given up an earned run in 15 innings on the year. Tough righty in this Razorback bullpen.
Opponents hitting just 137 this season against Eves. Switch hitter Bo Hollins from the left side takes a strike. First time up, an RBI ground out. Drove in the first run of the game. Oh, 0-2 the count on Hollins. Average just at 197, but he's 3 for 8 now in the series. He's driven in 2. Takes a ball. Hollins had a multi-hit game yesterday. 3-hit game, I should say. An RBI single, a double with a run scored, then another single. Count evens at 2-2. He's a bat, Grayson, that you know is going to come around. He hit over 300 as a freshman. Too good to stay at that average.
Yeah, he just needs his confidence. Had a 3-hit game yesterday. See if that propels him forward.
Rounds into the shift. 2 away. Brought Pompey from third base over to the right side to field that.
I was about to ask you, is that a 5-3?
Yeah, that's a 5-3. Logan Sutter takes strike 1. He grounded into a 5-3 his first time up.
More traditional 5-3.
Getting ahead 0-2. Sutter 1 for 8 in the series. Walk and a run scored. Eves strikes out Sutter and closes out the bottom of the third. But the Gamecocks put up another run. 5th home run of the season from Lecroy. We'll go to the 4th, 3-0 Carolina. Racing up for a hot dog eating contest today at Founders.
Yeah, how do we get that set up?
Three scoreless so far from Brandon Stone. He's only allowed 1 hit, Grayson.
Yeah, he's exactly who you want on the mound on a Sunday. A guy that's experienced, fill up the zone, only 1 walk so far, and has been efficient thus far here today.
Middle of the order due up against Stone, 4, 5, and 6. Stewart doubled his first time up for his 200th career hit. It led off the second, but they weren't able to bring him in.
Yeah, he hit one out off the base of the Arkansas bullpen. You can see the Gamecocks trying to go in on Stewart. There's a front hip sinker right there from Stone. The pitch he did hit off the left center field bullpen was out over the plate on a changeup that he got extended on. Trying not to let him get extended again. Staying on that inside half of the plate. It's dangerous with a guy with so much power as Stewart has. If you miss a little bit and it leaks over the plate, he can make you pay for it, but got to execute in there.
Lefties were the ones that gave Stone trouble last season in SEC play. Doing a better job this season neutralizing those lefties.
Yeah, he has done a better job. And like I said, seeing the strikeout numbers tick up a little bit.
Once again, the 1-2. 2-2. Last year, 15 appearances, 8 starts. So far this season, this is appearance number 8 in his 3rd start. Value and versatility. And he strikes out Stewart. 4th strikeout for Brandon Stone.
Stone's got the slower slider, and that one right there, a harder cutter at 88. Really good execution. It's starting middle in and just darts off the inside half of the plate right there.
When we talk about that value and versatility, Grayson, do you think he's a guy who they might hold for the bullpen potentially Friday, Saturday, and then if he doesn't pitch, you give him the start on Sunday? Does that seem like the formula going forward?
Kind of what we've seen. Valentine's been a longer relief guy. If you've got a lead, you want to bring in maybe for an extended inning save. But if you need Stone earlier in the series, he has the ability to do that as well.
Mike Anu goes up the middle for a hit, looking to stretch it into a double, and he does. There's the speed of Mike Anu. How about a ground ball up the middle for a double?
Yeah, he's one of the best athletes we've seen on the baseball field this year. We saw him track down some balls in center field over the weekend. Just a phenomenal athlete. A little sinker right there that stays up. And he's busting it out of the box from the get-go.
It's been incredibly fun to watch. As advertised.
No question.
Van Horn said we were looking for athletic outfielders out of the portal. They got them. Robinette at the plate. Driving the first run of the game for the Razorbacks. He's behind in the count, 1-2. Struck out his first time up against Stone. Play made at first. New advances to third. 2 down. Now, Aloy is due up. He reached on an error in the second. Stone off the mound. Fires sidearm to Hollins. And That'll do it for the Razorbacks. They'll leave a runner at third. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It remains 3-0 Carolina. Fourth, Randolph, Juhas, and Parker 2 up for South Carolina. Here's what Randolph did on Friday night. After midway through the game, with a 2-run blast. He has good power. Graduated from Presbyterian, had a year of eligibility left. PC, Grayson, they don't have a grad school, so he chose to come to South Carolina. They're glad they have him. Remember, Braylon and Moore were both out in the fall with meniscus surgery, so Randolph had the chance to play catcher quite a bit. This one driven out to right field. Stewart back to the track, to the wall, it's gone!
Good timing right there, Dave. Just talking about Randolph has some power in the bat, gets a first pitch fastball. Just enough of it to get it into the Gamecock bullpen.
Second of the season for Randolph, second of the series. This one opposite field.
See him celebrating there with his teammates after that leadoff homer. Pick the right day here in Columbia. You can get the wind coming off the river.
You know, you think back a couple of years ago, Grayson, they had a transfer catcher from Presbyterian and Dalton Reeves.
Yeah.
Started really midway through the season. They implemented him into the starting lineup, and he really gave this offense a jolt. Maybe they go back to the well with Jake Randolph, another catcher coming over from PC, and he becomes a mainstay out there.
Yeah, I mean, by the end of that season, Reeves was in the lineup every day and providing some powers. Juhas strikes out right there, but to your point, Randolph getting an opportunity, making the most of it.
Something about those catchers coming over from PC. Well, Randolph playing in left field today. One down here in the fourth. Second at bat of the game upcoming for Eric Parker. Parker struck out his first time up on a bunt attempt.
Parker's made a couple nice plays over at third. Ball in the hole and charging on a chopper in front of third base.
Freshman season at the University of Georgia, played in 16 games. They were all non-conference games. Didn't see a lot of at-bats with the Bulldogs. Was just 1 for 4 at the plate. Was used most last season. His third start of the year today. Average sitting at 250, no homers and 2 driven in on the season so far for Parker. 2-2. Parker, someone who was drafted out of high school, 15th round, the 2024 MLB draft by the Dodgers. Very highly rated coming out of high school. Top 100 player in the nation. Called strike 3. So after the home run by Randolph, back-to-back Ks for Eaves.
Nice job right there by Eaves. Gets Parker to chase the 2-1 breaking ball and freezes him right there with a fastball. Perfectly executed down and away.
We'll bring up Tyler Bach. Bach 1 for 2, grounded out the first, an RBI single in the second. Attacks that pitch and drives it out to left field. Ruiz, goodbye. Third homer of the game for South Carolina. This one's the third of the season for Tyler Bach.
And that's 2 this inning. Opposite field on the first pitch on fastballs from Randolph and Bach. Bach gets a fastball middle. Just a great swing, pulling those hands inside and driving it into the Arkansas bullpen. See his teammates behind him. Alex Valentine high-stepping towards home plate.
He's already surpassed his home run total from last season with Wofford.
Hitting's contagious, man. 10 quality at-bats so far for the Gamecocks. 2 times through the order, plus an at-bat by Bach for his third at-bat. Swinging the bats well.
Someone with plenty of power now at the plate, and Will Craddock. He's 1 for 2, doubled and scored a run in the first, struck out in the second.
Yeah, they're about a foot from 4 home runs. Craddock hit one off the top of the wall.
One and 2 the count on Craddock. To right center field. It'll be New who ranges over to make the play. Closes out the 4th inning, but another good inning for South Carolina at the plate. A pair of homers, one from Jake Randolph, one from Tyler Bach. And South Carolina leads 5-0, Grayson.
Yeah, against a really tough pitcher in Steele Eaves. They're attacking fastballs early in the count, getting good pitches to hit. A couple of opposite field home runs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Eight, 9-1 due up for the Gamecocks. Excuse me, for the Razorbacks against Gamecock right-hander Brandon Stone. 0-1 the count on TJ Pompey. Pompey flew out to center field his first time up. Texas Tech transfer. He was a freshman All-American in 2024. Only 19 games last season before a season-ending injury, but he had really good numbers. That misses low. Just misses the inside corner. Stone thought he had it.
Yeah, went with that slower breaking ball right there, just broke around the plate. Unable to get the call.
4 Ks, has had at least one each inning. Here's the 2-2. Charging from third, Parker. Making it look easy, 1 down.
I've seen a couple plays like that from Parker. Charging in, you want to throw that ball to the outfield shoulder of your first baseman, let it tail back. Good accurate throw.
Nolan Souza due up. He's 0 for 1. He struck out against Stone in the third. Drives that out to center field and deep. Bach back to the wall. And it's gone. Well, he robbed Arkansas of a home run yesterday, almost got another one. Instead, it's the first of the season for Nolan Souza.
Yeah, Souza got all of this ball right here. 108 off the bat, 403, and Bach, if he would have made this play, it would have surpassed yesterday's play. This was full speed, full extension, and just over the outstretched glove.
Had to wait for a moment to make sure he didn't catch it after what he did yesterday.
Yeah, sometimes they can deke you out there.
Well, the Razorbacks are on the board. First of the season for Souza. Ruiz goes the other way on a line. Juhas is there. Two down here in the 5th. Camden Kojal due up. Kojal flew out to right field in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. .356. Grounds to the right side. Sutter throws out Kojal. And that'll do it for Arkansas at the top of the 5th. We're halfway through. They're on the board. A home run from Souza. It's 5-1 Gamecocks. Big Spur staying cool with that fan on a very warm Sunday afternoon. 87 degrees. Wish we had that fan, Grace.
You're right about that. It doesn't feel too bad up here, though. We're in the shade. Perfect day for baseball.
It's not just the weather that's hot. The Gamecocks offense so far. 5 runs on 6 hits, 3 homers. That's just through 4 innings.
They came out ready to play today, getting themselves in some good counts against the tough Colin Fisher to start the game.
Grounded foul by Scobie. Scobie walked in the first, grounded out in the third. Hitting .307, 4 home run in. Pitch is inside. Gamecocks trying to salvage this series after losing a heartbreaker yesterday. Popped up. This will be the first baseman, Robinette. 1 down. You know, Monty Lee said after the game, Grayson, he was really proud of how the guys fought yesterday. He said, I couldn't have asked for more out of Ant Phillips. He was absolutely tremendous. It's unfortunate, to have the lead with 2 outs in the 9th. Weren't able to make a play and couldn't find a way to win it in extras. He said, we need to do a better job as a team and as a program, being able to move on, right? Because it was a gut punch. He said, we have to find that toughness and being able to move on, just flush it, find a way to win anyway. That's the bottom line. He said, we'll get there.
Yeah, they absolutely had to flip the page after that heartbreaking loss yesterday. They've done a great job here today, coming out, being aggressive, showing some energy and some emotion. And Brandon Stone on the mound, he's a guy whose heart rate doesn't get very high. Continues to pound the zone.
LeCroy at the plate, the reason why South Carolina has the lead. Hit by a pitch in the first, hit a home run in the third. Batting average currently at .280 for Talmadge LeCroy. 5 homers and 17 runs batted in. On-base percentage, as usual, over .400. Currently at .406. 3-1. Some numbers on his 3rd inning homer, Grayson.
And that was on a 2-0 count. He got a heater. Finds himself in a 3-1 count against Eves. Same approach.
Eves battles back. The count is full. Pitch is fouled off. LeCroy began his career as a catcher, the backup to Colin Burgess as a freshman. Started some games at third base that year. Primarily a third baseman through the middle of his career. Back at the catching position last season, grounds to third, 2 down. Eves looking for a 1-2-3 fifth. We'll have to deal with Beau Hollins. Hollins 0 for 2, though he had an RBI ground out in the first. This one for Souza. It's a nice, easy 1-2-3 inning for Steele Eves. We're through 5. Gamecocks lead the Razorbacks 5-1. Carolina over Arkansas. Ice cream always feels good on a hot day. D1 Baseball preseason All-Americans. Your first team features Razorbacks catcher Ryder Helfrich. We talked to Coach Van Horn about him before this series, Grayson. He compared him to another great.
Yeah, he was glowing about Helfrich. Asked him, you've had some great catchers in your career. Is he right up there? And he said he reminded him of James McCann, a guy I was lucky enough to play with in Detroit. Helfrich tries to drop a bunt down. You can see Helfrich really gets down the line.
24-game reach base streak now for Helfrich. Every game he has played in this season. That's his first hit of the series, though. He had previously walked 5 times.
Yeah, he's been getting on base. First hit, as you said right there. Said the way he works, the way he handles the staff, swings the bat, reminding him of McCann. And not only that, just a great kid off the field. The reason why he's a first-team preseason All-American.
A base runner for Zach Stewart. They played Missouri State Stewart's freshman season. Coach Van Horn said there's this big kid with long blonde hair playing right field, hitting left-handed with power, had 3 or 4 hits against us. So I said to the coaching staff, why isn't he playing for us? Only 3 hours from here. So hats off to Missouri State for getting him. He's from that area, committed there super early. I talked about that earlier, mentioning that his dad played at Missouri State. Had a really good freshman year. Sophomore year, maybe not quite as good. Junior year, the draft year, was a little bit of a roller coaster, but got in the portal, wasn't drafted. They wanted to take a shot at him. Brought him down on a visit. Coach Van Horn said he really liked him as a person. Worked on his grandpa's farm for free in the summer. High character, good teammate. Team really likes him. Trying to be a difference maker in this lineup. 2-1 the count. First to check on Helfrich, who you mentioned, Grayson, athletic as a catcher.
I knew he could run, but watching him on that bunt right there, I mean, he could really get down the line. Got some stolen bases.
Fake break. Draws the attention of LeCroy.
Yeah, the lefty in the box, as a catcher, you just got to rely on your teammates to yell runner right when they see that fake break.
That's ball 4. Second, nobody out. And Mike Anu, who's been very dangerous this series, is due up. Today so far, 1 for 2. He popped up in the second, doubled in the fourth. On a ground ball up the middle. Here comes Coach Rooney out to the mound. Terry Rooney in his second season as the pitching coach. He originally left LSU to become the head coach at UCF, where he was the AAC Coach of the Year in 2014. He's coached at a lot of stops. GW, James Madison, Old Dominion, where he recruited Justin Verlander, Stetson, Notre Dame, Alabama, and Houston. A lot of experience for Terry Rooney, who pitched collegiately himself at Radford.
A lot of different stops for Coach Rooney. Extended conversation there with the entire Gamecock infield. Knew not a guy you're probably going to double up, but with Brandon Stone on the mound, there's a decent chance you're getting a ground ball. Just want to secure an out.
Here's this summer's Cape Cod League MVP, Mike Anu. Hitting .312, 5 homers and 26 runs batted in. 2 of those homers were on Friday night. Fouls it back, 1-1 the count. New played his first 2 seasons at the University of New Orleans. 286 as a freshman, 291 as a sophomore. And last year at Marshall. There's a strike. .30 career homers for Mike Anu. First and second, nobody out. Hit 8 homers in the Cape Cod League this summer. Stone strikes out New. 5th strikeout for Brandon Stone.
Yeah, nice job right there from Stone. Stayed soft on Mike Anu. With the slurvier breaking ball as opposed to the hard one, able to get him out front for the first out.
Big strikeout for Stone. Now ground ball pitcher is 1 ground ball away from getting out of this inning. This is Robinette.
Robinette with a big hole on the left side of the infield. Shot one over there on Friday night.
They're shifting on Robinette. Two 2-0. Oh, Monty Lee not happy with the umpire crew right now. Jason Bradley have it.
Yeah, I think maybe gave Coach Lee a warning right there.
Helfrich leads off second, Stewart off first. That's headed towards the gap. And it's cut off by Randolph. A double for Robinette. He drives in Helfrich. It's 5-2.
You can see that's kind of Robinette's approach. He has that good inside-out swing from the left side. Drives it perfectly in the left center gap. Razorbacks have something working here in the 6th.
We're gonna have a pinch hitter for Aloy. Aloy due up, will bring in a left-handed batter, but he might not face Stone. Here comes Monty Lee. So a pitching change here for South Carolina in the top of the 6th. Brandon Stone will get a nice hand from the fans here at Founders Park. South Carolina leads Arkansas 5-2. Razorbacks are threatening when we come back. Brandon Stone's day is over. He was very good, Grayson.
He was exactly what the Gamecocks needed. Steady presence on the mound. Worked into the 6th inning here, where the Razorbacks have some action on the bases, and they'll turn it over to Prisco, making his 7th appearance on the year with a 1.74 ERA in 10 1/3 inning. See if he can pick up his teammate, try and minimize the damage here in the 6th.
We have a left-on-left matchup with the pinch hitter, Carter Rutenbar. Off speed for a strike. Rutenbar is a freshman from Midlothian, Texas. This is his 15th game of the season. Hitting well, you see the average, 357.
He's a freshman catcher this Razorback staff really likes in his limited action this year.
Does not go, says Jeff Head over at third. Draws the ire of the fans here at Founders Park. You mentioned a catcher, Grayson, but he's played all over in his starts. He got his first collegiate start behind the plate on Wednesday against Northern Colorado. Had a multi-hit game, was 2 for 4 with a walk, an RBI single, and a double. Started at first base last Friday on SEC opening day against Mississippi State. Prisco ahead, 1-2. One down here in the 6th. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Call, strike 3. Prisco gets Rutenbar looking. 2 down.
That's a big out right there. Left on left. Big, slow breaking ball from Prisco after dotting the fastball away the pitch prior. We've seen Prisco quite a bit in the midweeks. Haven't seen him a ton in SEC play early.
Gets Pompey to pop up. Short right field. And it'll be the second baseman, Sutter, who puts it away. Razorbacks leave runners at 2nd and 3rd. They get another run. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. 5-2, Carolina. Pitcher on the mounds for the Razorbacks, big right-hander, Jackson Kersher.
1.50 ERA with a 1-0 record on the year. 10 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. We'll try and keep this ball game at 5-2 for the Razorbacks.
Opponent's hitting just 143 so far this season against him. Razorbacks trailed 5-0 after 4. They put up 1 run in the 5th and now 1 in the 6th. Cut the deficit to 3. Kersher trying to keep it right there.
Great job in the last half, top of the 6th by Prisco. Inherits 2nd, 3rd, 1 out. Able to get a strikeout and a pop-up to end the inning and keep it at 5-2.
Logan Sutter so far is 0 for 2. He grounded out the first, struck out in the third.
TV time, let's go.
1-0 the count on Sutter. Two and 0. Preseason All-American, a transfer from Purdue. Tied for the team lead in homers with 5. Craddock has 5. Sutter has 5. LeCroy, after his home run in the third, he now has 5. Count evens at 2 and 2.
It's going to be tough to do a whole lot with either of those last 2 pitches from Kersher. 98 and 99 dotted at the knees on the corner.
Now the count is full. Leadoff man here in the bottom of the 6th, looking to get on, Logan Sutter. Missing off the outside corner. It's ball 4.
Great take right there from Sutter. A little further out from where those strikes were called, and shrinks his zone, earns a leadoff walk.
Brings up Jake Randolph. Got the start in left field today. Walked and scored a run in the 2nd, homered in the 4th. Attacks that pitch and drives it out to right center field. Randolph has done it again. A 2-run homer for Jake Randolph, his 2nd home run of the game.
Have a day, Jake Randolph. He's seen 2 pitches his last 2 at-bats, and has hit 2 opposite field home runs. That one off a 97-mile-per-hour fastball from Kersher. Talk about being ready to hit. Catches it out front. Great swing. Put the Gamecocks up 7-2.
2nd and 3rd homers of the season this afternoon. It's a 5-run lead once again.
Randolph now has 3 home runs this series.
Deep at 3rd, Pompey, the long throw. It gets away. Uhas on his way to 2nd. He'll stop there with nobody out.
Uhas just beats this ball into the ground. Pompey had time, just low and wide with the throw. I really think a lot of momentum shifted, and in the top of the 6th right there, Razorbacks were starting to get some momentum, and Prisco didn't allow any more runs. Gamecocks come in and put up a couple with a chance for more.
Throw over to 2nd, maybe hoping to see if Parker would show.
Oh, he was already showing.
Swinging away.
He took it off, hoping he'd get a fastball. He got it, just unable to make contact there. See if he puts it back on.
Couple strikeouts for Eric Parker. He's 0 for 2. Pops up the bunt attempt. Helfrich puts it away. First out of the inning. Here's Tyler Bach. Multi-hit game for Bach. He's 2 for 3. RBI single in the second, a home run in the fourth. Three of the last 4 games, multi-hit games now for Tyler Bach. His bat heating up for South Carolina. In the hole here, 0-2. Uhas leads off second. That pitch up high. 1-2 from Kersher. Foul back. Just saw the at-bat from Parker. Bach and Parker were high school teammates. When Parker went in the transfer portal, he convinced his friend Bach to go into the portal. They recruited Parker, and Bach was highly recommended. Almost came as a package. And he hammers that to right. It bounces up against the wall. Uhas scores. Bach slides in with an RBI double. His 3rd RBI of the game.
Something about hitting with runners in scoring position for Bach. 400 going into that at bat. That number is going to increase. It's an off-speed pitch right there from Kersher that stays up in the zone. Able to hook it down the right field corner. Arkansas going to make another pitching change.
Pitching change for Arkansas. We'll take a break from Founders Park. It's 8-2 Carolina. second and one down. Arkansas will make a pitching change and bring in the left-hander Ethan McIlvaine.
McIlvaine, another one of these good Arkansas relievers. 3-0 on the year, hasn't given up an earned run. 15 strikeouts in 9 1/3 innings.
Will Craddock at the plate. Craddock 1 for 3. He doubled in the first, scored a run. Since then, he struck out and flown out to center field. 352 hitter, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in. RBI opportunity here with Bach leading off second. One and two the count. Two and two.
Whatever you want this pitch, coming to you, Cam. Coming to you, Cam.
Craddock, team leader in average on base percentage, tied for the team lead in homers. Pulls that one foul. Monty Lee said after taking over, look guys, we can do one of two things. We can either give up or we can give it everything we've got. So they're gonna get my very best every single day. I'm gonna encourage these guys to build their confidence. We're gonna be as positive as we can. Give it everything we've got to get it going in the right directions. Going in the right direction today so far, Grayson.
It absolutely is. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about what happened yesterday. All you can do is wake up, come to the park ready to play, ready to work, and have a positive attitude, which they've done so far today. And it's been very contagious.
2-2 the count on Craddock. Kojal tracks that down. 2 away.
See what makes Ethan McIlvaine so tough. 6'4", 250 from the left side with a fastball in the mid-90s. Able to get in on the hands of Craddock right there.
Big infield. Big infield. Come on, hands.
Here's KJ Scobie looking for a 2-out RBI. Take strike one. Scobie 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked in the first, grounded out in the third, and then popped up in the fifth. 304 hitter, 4 homers, 17 driven in. .95 misses from McIlvaine. Scobie out of McKeel Academy of Technology, Florida. Excellent athlete, was all-state in baseball, basketball, and golf. One and two the count, the Gamecock shortstop. 2-2. At one point was a Louisville commit, picked South Carolina over Alabama, Oregon, TCU, and others. Sophomore season, the Gamecocks on a line right at Kojal. And that'll close out the sixth. The Gamecocks get 3 more. The big blow, the second home run of the game for Jake Randolph. A 2-run shot the other way.
Yeah, Randolph having a coming out party here today. A couple of opposite field home runs. Extends the Gamecocks lead to 6.
we get ready for the top of the 7th. Game 1 went to Arkansas. Game 2 was dead even, went to the Razorbacks in extra innings. Game 3 right now in favor of the Gamecocks. We talked to Coach Van Horn of Arkansas about this matchup. He said, you know, now with 16 teams, we try not to get excited about one more than another. Obviously, some feel bigger, especially towards the end of the season with more on the line. He said it's always concerning when you play a team like South Carolina with such a proud program, a couple national championships, though they've been struggling. He said, I talked to our team starting Wednesdays, and I said, you know, we're going to get ready to go to a place where the team is fighting for everything they get. We're going to get their best shot. Can't look past anyone in this league. I told them, I don't want to learn a lesson in Columbia. If you think you're all that, you're not. You're going to get your butt kicked real quick in this league.
Yeah, everybody in this league has talent. Coach Van Horn talking to his team yesterday saying there's not very often you get a chance to go on the road and win a series, potentially sweep. But to his point, South Carolina's dug themselves a little bit of a hole here early in league play. Still a lot of baseball left. Going to be looking to play their best baseball.
Souza, who's had a nice day, picks up another hit, looking to stretch it. He's got a leadoff double here in the top of the 7th.
Souza having a really nice day, using the whole field, hit a home run just under the camera booth out in center field to the left of the batter's eye, and stays inside that one for a leadoff double.
Multi-hit game out of the 9 spot for Nolan Souza. This is Damian Ruiz. Grounds to short. 1 down. Souza stays put at second.
Yeah, it was one of the keys today was containing those top 2 hitters in the order. Ruiz 0 for 4, Koziel 0 for 2 with a walk. Not allowing those guys to get on base.
Well, Koziel will have the opportunity here. Left-on-left matchup with Prisco. Koziel gave the Gamecocks problems last year as 5 for 12 in this series. Pair of multi-hit games. That was in his first year with the Razorbacks, coming over from Vanderbilt. Showed some advanced hitting tools for a freshman. Now in his junior year.
Nice block back there by Lee Crow. Ball bounced well in front of the plate. Keeps the runner at second.
Runner with good speed and Souza. Two and two the count. Missing up and away. The count is full. Koziel, an excellent athlete. Millard South High School, Nebraska, first team all-state football player there as well. Fouls it off. Has USA baseball experience on the under-18 team. Gonna drive in a run here. Souza leads off second, 3-2 the count on Koziel. 1 down in the 7th. High fly ball, left center field. This will stay in the park. Bach tracks it down. 2 away.
The righty coming up in Helfrich, 2 outs. Russell's been getting loose in the pen quite a bit. Here comes Coach Monty Lee.
Looks like he is going to make a change. Monty Lee will take the ball from Logan Prisco. Did a nice job in relief for the Gamecocks. Pitching change for South Carolina. They lead 8-2. Welcome back. 8-2 Carolina here in the top of the 7th. Zach Russell on the mound for the Gamecocks, taking over for Prisco.
Yeah, Russell, one of the more trusted arms in the bullpen, 2-0 with a 1.54 ERA. He'll be mid-90s with a sinker, cutter, slider, and changeup.
Helfrich greets him pretty rudely. A home run for Helfrich. He's got a multi-hit game.
It was only a matter of time for Helfrich to get going. Been held in check so far this series. Attacks the first pitch from Russell, 444 feet. Another long ball from the Razorbacks. 91, so I'm thinking that was maybe trying to throw a cutter that backs up on Russell. No doubter from Helfrich.
2-run shot here in the 7th. Doubles the run total for the Razorbacks. They trail 8-4. Home run number 6 on the season for Ryder Helfrich. Ripped, but right at Hollins to close out the top of the 7th. Time to stretch from Founders Park. South Carolina leads Arkansas 8-4. Founders Park this afternoon. Here's one of 4 homers for South Carolina.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of home runs this entire weekend on both sides, and LeCroy does not miss an ounce of that baseball. No doubter into the bleachers. Leading off here in the bottom of the 7th.
4, 5, and 6 for Carolina. LeCroy, Hollins, and Sutter against Ethan McIlvaine. Four homers for the Gamecocks, 2 for the Razorbacks. LeCroy was hit by a pitch in the 1st. That solo shot was in the 3rd, and then he grounded out in the 5th. Officially 1 for 2. Takes a pitch inside. Two and 1. We've seen more emotion from this team this weekend, Grayson. Of course, winning helps. Should they hold on today? Coach Lee said, I'm not going to tolerate being down in the dumps, poor body language if something doesn't go our way. Have to carry ourselves like winners. This one's popped up. You know, even if you're torn up inside, especially after the loss yesterday, just winning behaviors that we have to find. So we have great players in this program, great kids in the program, and we'll get there.
And sometimes when things aren't going your way, you almost have to trick yourself into thinking you're the best player on the field. Flush what happened yesterday and be ready to play, and these guys have been so far today against a really tough Arkansas team.
A team that was in the College World Series last year. It's currently ranked number 4 in the country. Going to salvage a series after dropping the heartbreaker yesterday. 1-1 the count on Bo Hollins. Hollins drove in a run in the 1st on an RBI ground out. Looking for his first hit of the day. Hollins hitting 190, no homers, 6 runs batted in. 6 homers last season as a freshman, all in SEC play. His first was at Arkansas. Mr. Sam looking for a long ball here from Hollins. Fouls it back. He got Arkansas, Auburn, Ole Miss, A&M, Mississippi State, and LSU last year. Thought he made a great case to be a member of the SEC All-Freshman team.
No question.
Didn't get the honor. Oh, a rocket up the middle. Was past McIlvaine. And a 1-out single here in the 7th.
Bo getting a lot of opportunities from the right side of the plate this weekend. Some of the lefties Arkansas has thrown. Shoots another one back up the middle.
Here's Sutter. Helfrich out to the mound to have a chat with McIlvaine. 1-0 the count on Sutter. What's this talk about, Grayson?
And nobody getting loose, so he may have seen something from his pitcher. Talking about how they want to attack Sutter. Well, the experienced guys. And every pitcher is different. When you're a catcher, you got to know the personality of every guy on your staff. Some guys you want to get on, some guys you got to kind of inch them along a little bit, tell them their stuff's really good, even if it's not. Just knowing what makes each guy tick. Helfrich being the player and leader he is, I'm sure he does.
This is an All-American catcher for the Razorbacks. Sutter through the left side. Hollins will stop at second, and it's first and second with one down here in the 7th.
Good job right there from Logan Sutter, being ready for the fastball. Isn't second guessing. Gets the barrel out front, ropes it through the 6-hole.
That will bring up Jake Randolph, who has a solo shot and a 2-run shot. And with 2 guys on, maybe an opportunity for a 3-run shot.
Wouldn't that be something? Used to train with a guy, Chandler Redmond, when I was still playing. I think he's one of 2 people in any level of baseball hit for the home run cycle. Solo, 2-run, 3-run, and grand slam. Pretty crazy.
Throw down to first. Sutter gets back.
You always got to be heads up on the bases with Helfrich behind the plate. Elite defensive catcher. Trying to steal his out, stealing out.
2-1 the count on Jake Randolph. First season with the Gamecocks. Looking for the 3-run shot there.
Kind of lost his grip, finished, one-hand finish with his top hand.
Hollins leads off second, Sutter off first. 2-2 the count on Randolph. It's a base hit for Randolph. Hollins will stop at third, and the bases are loaded. 3 straight singles. Hollins, Randolph.
Randolph's just having an unbelievable day at the plate. Coach Lee calling time. We're going to see a pinch runner here.
We're also going to have a mound visit from the Razorbacks and pitching coach Matt Hobbs.
Lozama going to run for Randolph, and what a day as Randolph exits the game.
Jake Randolph, a walk, solo homer, a 2-run homer, and a single. Reaches 4 times, lifted for the pinch runner, Lozama. Now remember, Randolph starting in left field, not his natural position, so Lozama, not only the runner, but also the defensive replacement in left field.
Yeah, that's something you hinted at, Dave. Good call. Randolph, not a lot of experience in the outfield. Thought if the Gamecocks had a lead late, we may see a defensive replacement.
Matt Hobbs had his chat with McIlvaine. It's bases loaded, 1 down. And someone who has mashed left-handed pitching throughout his career, Luke Uhas. Chop to the left side. Pompey goes to second for 1. It gets away. 1 run scores for South Carolina. They lead 9-4. The bases remain loaded.
That was set up perfectly for the Razorbacks. 1 hopper right to Pompey, just inaccurate throw. 1 hopper right to him, just throws it up the line. A little confusion over there in third. Looks like Sutter was kind of caught in between.
Parker grounds, just foul.
Keep coming back.
Juhas is given an RBI and a fielder's choice. Azama advanced to second on the throwing error charge to Pompey. Sutter advanced to third. Bases loaded, one down. RBI opportunity for Eric Parker. Yeah. 1-1. Parker 0 for 3 so far. Sutter is your runner at third. Randolph is at second. Juhas leads off first. McIlvaine strikes out Parker. 2 down. Here comes a batter who's excelled in these situations. Runners in scoring position with 2 down. Bach, a triple away from the cycle. It's RBI single in the second. Solo homer in the fourth, and RBI double in the sixth. This season, he's hitting .423 with runners in scoring position and 600 bases loaded.
348 with 2 outs as well. Everything in this situation in his favor. Having a chat with Coach Monty Lee.
Left on left matchup with McIlvaine. Another way foul. In the hole, 0-2. Bach 3 for 4 so far today. Sutter leads off third, Randolph off second, Juhas off first. Called, strike 3. McIlvaine gets Bach looking, and the Gamecocks will leave them loaded. They get another run, and we'll head to the 8th. It's 9-4 Carolina.
All of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
The new pitcher on the mound for South Carolina is the hard-throwing right-hander Alex Philpott.
Yeah, Philpott will be 92 to 97 with the fastball, changeup, cutter, and breaking ball. Guy that's coming back from injury, transferred from Florida, guy with a lot of talent. Comes into this one with a 5-run lead at the top of the 8th.
He got his first start in the Tuesday midweek at the Citadel, lasted 2/3 of an inning, 24 pitches, making his season debut, his Carolina debut after transferring over from Florida, 2 years with the Gators. 22 appearances, 3 starts. 2 of those starts were in SEC play, and 1 appearance here at Founders Park on May 2nd a year ago. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Razorbacks, starting with Micah New. Okay, first pitch up and in. New's 1 for 3, popped up in the 2nd, doubled in the 4th, struck out in the 6th. 309 hitter, 5 homers, 26 runs batted in. 2-0 the count. Philpott had been sick, starting to feel a little bit better. He was out with illness. A little wild right now. They were hoping he'd be available to pitch today. Someone who was great in the fall, was one of their better guys. Coaching staff thought maybe pitch selection was the problem that start at the Citadel. Physically, he was throwing a lot of strikes. Not right now, though. 4-pitch walk to Micah New. They were planning on starting him last Sunday at Florida, but he was really sick the whole weekend. Spent the week trying to get better, hoping he'd be available for today.
Yeah, none of those pitches that first at bat particularly close. This will be an extended meeting here. Cooper Park's getting loose in the Gamecock bullpen. He's throwing his first couple warm-up pitches. See if Coach Rooney can maybe give him a mechanical or mental adjustment, get him back in the strike zone here.
He pitched in that crazy weather delay game that we had, Grayson, last year against Florida. He's the one who restarted the game after Liam Peterson threw 7 pitches before a 3-hour delay. Florida went on to win that game 9-5. Reese Robinette is 1 for 3. Four misses. 1-0 the count on Robinette. Struck out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th, an RBI double his last time up in the 6th. There's a strike.
Good adjustments right there from Philpott. Was missing high into the arm side. The entire at bat to New. Both of those pitches knee high.
Great stop made by Sutter, and they get the double play.
Sutter's been playing really well out at second base. Couple tough plays this weekend. Ball's hit well by Robinette. Sutter just kind of falls over to his left. Able to get a big double play.
Rutenbar gets his first hit of the series. 2-out single here in the 8th. pinch hit for Eloy in the 6th, struck out. Now he's 1 for 2. TJ Pompey getting some instruction.
Nate Thompson having a conversation with Pompey. How they want to attack Philpott here with 2 outs.
Thompson, the hitting coach and recruiting coordinator for the Razorbacks. Played his ball at Dallas Baptist.
We're talking about those programs with the most wins since 2017. Dallas Baptist in that top 10.
They're right up there, yeah. One and one, the count on Pompey. Flew out to center field in the 2nd, grounded out in the 5th, popped up in the 6th. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Two and one. Rutenbar leads off first. Count evens at 2 and 2. Fans here at Founders Park getting behind Alex Philpott. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Plays off and the count is full. Rutenbar will be on the move from first. The 3-2. Got him. Philpott strikes out Pompey. And that'll do it for the Razorbacks in the top of the 8th. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Carolina leads by 5. Upcoming schedule for the Gamecocks. Annual clash against North Carolina. That's up in Charlotte at a minor league park. And then a road trip to Athens next weekend to take on a top 10 team in Georgia.
Yeah, some tough challenges coming up, but also some opportunities for this Gamecock team to get some big wins. Texas, one of the best staffs in the country. Georgia hits 1 billion home runs, it feels like. Arkansas brings in a new arm. Tate McGuire, 7th appearance of the year. He's got a 3.31 ERA and 16 in a third innings. He'll face 2-3-4 for the Gamecocks.
Trying to close out this homestand with a win before they hit the road for 4. 2, 3, and 4 due up for South Carolina, starting with Will Craddock. Craddock is 1 for 4. They hit a double back in the first, scored a run. Pitch up high. Average at 347, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in on the season for Craddock. 1-1 the count. Opponents hitting .094 this season. I'll check that. That was against McIlvain. Against McGuire, still good, 148.
Yeah, you'll take that.
1-2 the count on the freshman Craddock. He's one of 12 hits this afternoon for South Carolina. 4 of those hits have left the yard. Craddock out of T.L. Hanna High School. Anderson, South Carolina native. Strikes out here, 1 down in the 8th.
That was a nice changeup right there from McGuire. Good arm side run, good arm speed to set down Craddock.
Pitch up high to Scobie.
Coming to you, Cam. To you, Cam.
Scobie 0 for 3 of the walk. He walked in the first. Since then, a ground out. Pop up and a line out. That misses. Three-0 the kid hitter, KJ Scobie. It's a 4-pitch walk. Scobie has check that, no stolen bases yet on the season. Grayson has some decent speed though. You try to put him in motion, give him a scoring position, get an insurance run here in the 8th.
Without seeing how McGuire is to the plate, maybe see what his times are, what his holds are. Seems to be fairly quick.
Gamecocks have not run much this season, just 10 stolen bases through their first 24 games. One and one the count. Now behind 1 and 2. Should they send him? Helfrich coming into this weekend is throwing out 18%. Lofted out to short center field. And the shortstop, Kojal, makes the play.
This sets up more for an opportunity here, Dave, with the lefty up, 2 outs. He's seen 4 or 5 pitches where he's been able to time them up. If there's a time that Scobie may try and get in scoring position, it'd be here. Short lead over there.
Holland singled his last time up. He's 1 for 4. RBI ground out in the first. Couple ground outs in the third and the fifth, and then that single in the seventh. One and one the count on the Carolina first baseman, Bo Hollins. Lexington, South Carolina native out of River Bluff High School. 2-2. Called strike three. McGuire gets Hollins looking, and South Carolina will leave one. We'll go to the top of the ninth. Last chance for the Razorbacks when we come back. For his first win as the interim head coach for the Gamecocks. He said, my first college baseball game as a kid was at Sarge Fry. My first college football game I ever attended was at Williams-Brice in 1984. We were season ticket holders. He said, I grew up going to the football games, coming to baseball games. It's a dream come true when Ray Tanner allowed me to be a part of the staff in 2002. Had some wonderful times here, been a part of some tough times as well. He said, I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful to be here today. It means a lot to me. I've coached in the state of South Carolina my whole life. I've lived here my whole life. He said, nobody loves baseball in this state more than I do.
Yeah, no question. Something I can relate to growing up, coming to these games. And I know he is very grateful for the opportunity to lead this team going forward.
Nolan Souza has had a nice day from the 9 spot, multi-hit game, homered in the 5th, doubled in the 7th, has scored 2 runs. A 1-1 the count. Souza was coached in high school by former Razorback Rick Nomura. Played at Arkansas 2015, 2016. Some terrific players from the state of Hawaii have played for the Razorbacks. The Lloyd brothers as well. That's well hit. And a drop into right field. Leadoff single here in the 9th for Souza.
Souza having a great day. 3 for 4, a home run, a double, and now a leadoff single in the 9th.
Here comes Monty Lee. He's going to make a pitching change. Take the ball from Philpott, and we will take a break. South Carolina leads Arkansas 9-4 here in the top of the 9th. Top of the ninth, 1 on for Arkansas. Mr. Sam wants this one closed out by Cooper Parks, who's now on the mound for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, Parks, 93 to 96 with the fastball, can get it up there maybe a little bit higher. Slider and a changeup. It's 2-1 on the year in 9 2/3 innings. Looking to close this one out for South Carolina.
Parks tossed an inning last Sunday at Florida. York, South Carolina native. Souza's at first, Ruiz at the plate. Ruiz really hurt South Carolina the first 2 games of this series. They've held him in check today. He's 0 for 4. One and 1 the count. Opponent's hitting .270 so far this season against Parks. Has a couple of wins. Credited with the win against Princeton and USC Upstate. Ahead of Ruiz, 1 and 2. Made 7 appearances last year for the Gamecocks as a freshman. Just 7 innings total, a bigger part of the bullpen this season. Lined over the head of Sutter. A base hit for Ruiz. And it's first and second, nobody out.
Good job right there by Ruiz. Doesn't try and do too much. Gets a breaking ball from Parks with 2 strikes. Breaking off the plate, just sticks his bat out, flips it to center field.
10th hit of the game for the Razorbacks. Trying to fight back here in the top of the 9th. Ronnie Lee coming back out. Looks like that'll be it. Seems a little surprised. He'll exit. Another pitching change for Carolina. 2 on, nobody out for the Razorbacks when we come back. For the Gamecocks, they bring in the junior right-hander, Parker Marlatt.
Marlatt will be Upper 80s, low 90s with a fastball. He's got a curveball, cutter, and changeup. Likes to rely on that curveball. Comes into this one. First and second, nobody out. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Razorbacks. Needs to execute his pitches.
Saw him on Friday night briefly, third of an inning. Didn't go his way, looking to rebound here on a Sunday afternoon. Souza leads off second, Ruiz off first. This is Kojal. Ball one. Kojal 0 for 3 with a walk so far this afternoon. This is what he's done this season. Impressive stuff. 1-1 the count. All SEC honors a year ago for Kojal. Preseason All SEC this season. Preseason All-American as well. That misses. The fans here at Founders are not.
They're not. Thought maybe that clipped the top. Coach Lee not happy. In a swing pitch right there, 1-1.
Two on the count on Kojal. 2-2. Popped up. Scobie. One down.
Nice job by Marlack coming back. Didn't get the call. 1-1. Gets Kojal to chase up. And a weak pop up right there to KJ Scobie for the first out.
And there comes Ryder Helfrich. A couple of at-bats ago, Grayson, you had mentioned he didn't have a hit in the series, though he had walked a bunch. Since then, single and a run scored in the 6th and a 2-run shot in the 7th.
Yeah, he bunted one about 20 feet, showed his wheels, and then hits one over 440 feet. He's a tremendous player.
Preseason All-American, has a multi-hit game. One and one. Helfrich on the Buster Posey watch list and the Golden Spikes watch list. Drives that deep to left field, threatens the pole. Is it fair? No. Here's what he did in the 7th.
Yeah, got that backup cutter.
This is a Cruciate initiated review. The previous play is under review. Really on the field is a foul ball.
Looks like they're going to take another look at this foul ball from Helfrich. Crew initiated.
At first, like he was headed towards the pole, high above the pole. They called it foul.
Yeah, you had a similar one when you were calling the Carolina Citadel game. Will Craddock hit one high and far. Tough to tell sometimes exactly where it crosses.
That one they originally called a foul, and then they overturned it. overturn this, and it's 9-7.
After review, the ball is foul. Arkansas is not charged a challenge on this play. They still have 2 remaining.
Remains a foul ball, a long foul ball off the bat of Helfrich. Marlat's ahead, 1-2. That misses. 2-2 the count. Souza leads off second, Ruiz off first. Oof. Get a better grip here, Grayson.
Yeah, sometimes when the temperatures rise, been catching all game, get sweaty, hands get a little sweaty. Getting some reinforcements.
First and second, one down in the top of the 9th. The 2-2. Call, strike 3. Gets Helfrich looking.
That's perfect execution right there from Parker Marlat. I think Helfrich may have been looking for that big curveball. He dotted at 93, right on the black at the knees.
Now it's up to Zach Stewart. Razorbacks down to their final out. Stewart doubled in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, walked in the 6th, grounded out in the 7th. He's 1 for 3. There's strike 1. Oh, and 2 the count on Stewart. Strike 3. He gets Stewart looking. Back-to-back Ks for Marlat. And Carolina takes game 3.
Great job right there from Marlat. Came into a tough spot, 1st and 2nd, nobody out, as the Gamecocks get their 2nd win against a ranked opponent this season.
They defeated Clemson 7-0 on February 27th. They defeat Arkansas 9-4 today. 9 runs on 12 hits and 1 error for the Gamecocks. 4 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors for the Razorbacks. And after heartbreak yesterday, Grayson, they show a lot of mental toughness, and they salvage the series against the number 4 ranked team in the country.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how Coach Lee and the staff wanted to see the players respond. As you said, a gut-wrenching loss yesterday, but proved to these guys they can play with anybody, they can beat anybody. We're 1 play away from winning the series against the Razorbacks. Hopefully can ride that momentum as the season goes on.
Razorbacks will return home with an SEC series win. South Carolina will hit the road. We'll go to Charlotte to take on North Carolina, and then a weekend series at Georgia. That'll do it for us here at Founders Park. For Grayson Greiner and our entire crew, I'm Dave Weinstein saying so long from Columbia, where South Carolina has defeated number 4 Arkansas 9-4.